Hey there, Flakers! Today with a little cultural and language lesson. It's actually kind of a simple one. Today's word is guts pose. Guts pose. Well, that's English, so we have to change the pronunciation. Guts, of course, your guts, your guts, and pose is like, you know, that's that kind of pose. So guts pose is when you put your arms up like this after you win a bout, as you can see behind me. This is an example of a guts pose. Now this is a boxer. This is a boxer, and his name is Ishimatsu Suzuki. That's his original name, but he changed his name to Ishimatsu Guts Ishimatsu. Guts Ishimatsu. And he changed his name because he wanted to be a gutsier fighter, because before he had this name, he wanted to quit sometimes. Anyway, you can read about that in the Wikipedia, in the description. I put some Wikipedia links for you. And this guy's about 60 years old. He's still active in entertainment. He does apparently does announcements for boxing things, and he appears as kind of a clown on TV shows sometimes, in a kind of funny character that he plays. But anyway, I think it's pretty cool that he was able to coin the word guts pose, and Japanese Gattsu pose. Now this pose, according to Wikipedia, there's two. One, raising your right hand is to show your joy for your joy for winning, and raising your left hand is to show thankfulness to the audience or to your fans, right? So you raise both your hands like that. Now, but I've looked in other places, like on Japanese dictionaries, and they say this is also guts pose, but I've never seen. Basically, your hands like this, as you can see, you know, in this picture here. Now, yesterday was September 27th here in Japan, and it was Asashoryu's birthday. Big deal. More important, birthdays are not a big deal. More importantly, though, he was born in 1980. More importantly, he apparently tied two other, and I don't know the details about this. It's not really the point, but he tied two other yokozunas or sumo wrestlers. Yokozuna, by the way, is the highest level of sumo wrestler. Yokozuna, and thus established a milestone in sumo wrestling history. Now, at the end of this, he struck a guts pose to show his joy, right? Of course. Now, you might think, yeah, that's great. Congratulations, right? Who cares? But in Japanese sumo wrestling, in the sumo wrestling world, it is considered very bad manners to show your joy at the end of winning a bout or a match. Okay? Now, a tournament or a whole tournament lasts 15 days. There's 15 bouts. Every day you get a new bout. And the one who wins the most at the end is the winner of the whole tournament. And he's won, I think he's established, there's a whole bunch of things he's done. He's like a big shot in the sumo world, Asashoryu. But he's not actually Japanese ethnically, he's Mongolian. But anyway, sumo wrestling, there's quite a few foreign sumo wrestlers in Japan. But what's interesting is that he struck the guts pose, and he's been criticized as having no hinkaku ga nai. He is undignified. He's undignified. So I just thought that would be interesting for you to know. But you can do this. You can do this with your Japanese friends. You can put your arms up and say guts pose. And one more time with the pronunciation, guts pose. Okay, so that's your Japanese for a word for the day. I hope you learned something culturally too. In sumo wrestling, if you ever become a sumo wrestler, I know some of you are kind of overweight there. You might be pressing that. You're thinking about that career as a way to get in Japan if you have no education. That's one way to do it. Don't show your joy at winning. Okay? Talk to you guys later. Bye.
Give me a break, man.